reading.
The ing
දයාබර දූ දරුවනි ඔබේ ඉංග්‍රීසි දැනුම වැඩි දියුණු කිරීම සඳහා අපි ඔබට අත දෙන්නෙමු. ඔබ සඳහාම සකසා ඇති මේ සරල ඉංග්‍රීසි පාඩම් මාලාව තුලින් ඔබේ දැනුම තවත් වැඩි කරගන්න. ලෝකයේ අනෙකුත් රටවල් සමග අත්වැල් බැඳ ගන්න අපි ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් කතා කරමු.
You have a pain in your elbow, do you? Do you have a headache? Does your hand hurt? Yes, those words, ache, pain, and hurt, are words that indicate how you feel. And it is quite clear that those are not very happy feelings, but these are feelings of discomfort. So the word ache, you use it in connection with your head and you say headache. Sometimes if you have a sort of a pain in your middle around your stomach, then you say, I have a stomach ache. But you have a pain in your hand or your arm, you don't say arm ache or hand ache, but you say, my arm hurts or I have a pain in my hand. So we can use specific words or special words when we are describing how we feel and the kind of pain or discomfort we have in certain parts of our body. You might also think of what you need to do when you have these aches and pains and discomfort. What can you do? Well, perhaps you need the right medicine. You may be needing to apply some ointment on your hand or on your arm to relieve the pain, to get rid of that pain. You may need to swallow some form of medicine, maybe tablets or pills or even a liquid medicine, so that your stomach ache can be relieved. What about your headache? Well, you might want to apply some balm or some oil on your head or the side of your head, and with that get rid of the pain, so your headache can be treated. But that is not always enough. You might need to get some advice from your doctor. And when you visit the doctor or the person who provides medical attention in your area, you have to describe what discomfort you have. You need to explain what sort of pain you have and where the pain is. And he or she, the doctor, will be able to prescribe more medicine that will help you to feel better soon. So be sure that you explain your pain very well and clearly. And to help you do that, the remainder of this program will share some very important information about the usage of such terms in everyday speech. I'm sure you will benefit.
Hello. Have you ever been to the doctor? Today we are going to talk about aches and pains. I know it's not a very interesting subject, but bear with me. Let's listen to Nimal. Doctor, I've got a headache and a pain in my knee. I've got an ache in my back. My feet hurt and I've got a pain in my chest. I've also got a stomachache. Look at how we use the words ache, pain, and hurt differently. You can say, my leg hurts or aches. But you have to say, I've got a pain in my leg or I've got an ache in my leg. Notice the difference. An important thing to remember is that pain is a noun. I've got a pain. Hurt is a verb. It hurts. My leg hurts. The word ache is kind of special because ache can either be a noun or a verb. So you could say, it aches, I've got an ache. We can also talk about specific aches like headache, stomachache, backache, and so on. Now let's see how we can cure our aches and pains. What do you do when you have a toothache? Maybe I'll go to the dentist. When you have a cold, I think I'll take some vitamin C. What about when you just feel sick? Then you should probably see a doctor. Let's look at using for and since. We will use the present perfect tense plus for or since to talk about things that started in the past and are still going on. Since plus starting point, or for plus length of time. You can see it in this diagram where, for example, she arrived at 10 a.m. She is still here now being 11 a.m. So you could say, she has been here since 10 a.m. or she has been here for an hour. Do you know these phrases? A little, a few. What do they mean? We use a little and a few to say not a lot, but some. What about very little or very few? That's used to say almost none. Here are some examples. For lunch, I had a piece of bread with a little butter. Few plants grow here because there's very little rain. Bring a few CDs so we can listen to some music. Do you know how to use the word well in different situations? On this side, we have she speaks English very well, or they are not playing well today. On the other hand, you could say, are you feeling well today? Or he's not well. What's the difference between the first well and the second well? The first one, when we said she speaks English very well, that's an adverb. It's taken from good. So we're trying to say that she speaks English in very well. That's her English is good. The second one, for example, are you feeling well today? That's an adjective. So there, well means healthy or not ill.
We have an opportunity to have a couple of phrases thrown in here or considered here which may be of value. If you were to visit the doctor might then ask you with this phrase what sickness you have. You know, he will ask you, what's the matter? That's the phrase. What's the matter? Or what is the matter? What we are saying with that kind of phrase is we are inquiring about whether there is an ailment, a sickness, a pain, a fever, a headache. That inquiry is made with this phrase, what's the matter? Or maybe you're in the company of a friend and the friend suddenly begins to look very sad. We don't know why. We don't know why the person suddenly lost the smile and begins to look serious or sad. And we might then look at the person and say, what's the matter? Why? Because we want to find out why the person's appearance suddenly changed from happiness to sadness. What's the matter? Yes, so that's a good phrase to keep in mind and get to know and use correctly. The other expression, again a phrase of two words, is feel sick. You could, of course, say, I am sick. But at times, you might want to express yourself or say it by saying, I feel sick, meaning you are not sure what exactly is wrong. You know that you don't feel that good, you don't feel very well. Maybe you are feeling a little like you are wanting to faint. Maybe you are feeling very, very tired, that you want to sit down or even lie down. What you know is you feel sick. That idea could also come if one wants to throw up and feel really unwell. Then you could say, I feel sick and I need to run away from here or get away from here. I feel sick. But remember, those two words are usually used together. Feel sick. You could say, as I said, I am sick. But if you're feeling bad, the word is, I feel sick. All right. Well, we hope you don't feel that way. Not for now, anyway. Bye.